Hello. So today I'm talking about why I love being single. And I want to just help people who are single who think it's a bad thing to feel better about it. So I've been single for 4 years now, and it has been the biggest blessing of my life. And I urge you all to rewire the way you view this. So I'm going to just give you a little backstory. I dated someone for 3 years, and I was about to move from Minnesota to Arizona for optometry school. And he was going to come with me. But toward the end of our relationship, we were really just friends, and I loved him, but I was not in love with him. And so I knew I had to go to Arizona alone. This was before I really was awakened as much as I am now. I mean, I was somewhat awakened back then, but nothing close to now. My inner guidance was like, you have to go to Arizona alone. And I didn't question it. I just knew. So I broke up with him, and I felt really bad doing that. He wanted to come with me and everything, but I had to do what was best for me. And if I didn't do that, I would not be who I am today, because when I moved to Arizona is when my life changed. Being single allowed me to tap into myself fully, recognize who I really am. I changed so much because I didn't have to worry about anyone else. I got to just focus fully on me, and it was the best decision of my life. So, if you are recently single, or if you've been single for a while and you are programmed to think that that is a bad thing, embarrassing, lame, I want you to realize that this is a blessing, okay? This is when you can really step into your power. When you are dating someone, it's very hard to do this because you're very focused on someone else. I'm not saying you can't do this, because I know many people who are still doing this while they're in a relationship. But it's best to have some type of awareness of that before you get into a relationship so you continue on that path. Or all I'm saying is you really should have time to yourself if you're in a relationship. You really need to have your own thing going for you and not become codependent, because that is when you lose yourself. And I see that happen with so many relationships. So if you are young and you've been in a relationship your whole life, like from high school and to whatever age you are now, like I almost urge you to become single. I'm not trying to like tell you to break up with someone who cares about you, but like maybe try to take some time apart, because so you don't have to break up. You could just go off on your own for a few months. This is when you are going to find yourself and when you are going to jump timelines. If I was still dating that person, I would not be who I am today at all. And that is the most scary feeling in the world, because I'm obsessed with my life and I love who I am, and I'm just going like this. Like everything, I can't even explain to you guys how fast things are moving and how grateful I am and how happy I am with my life. This wouldn't be the case if it wasn't for making that hard decision to break up with someone who I didn't even have a problem with. It was just, I knew I had to do it, and we weren't really in love. It didn't feel like it for me, anyways. So please take time for yourself, no matter who you are. You can be away from that person. I know that a lot of people escape themselves through another person. A lot of people are too scared to face themselves. It is a little bit intimidating when you first start going within and uncovering those layers of yourself and getting to who you are at the core. You're going to have to go through a lot of gunk to get there, a lot of programming, and it's uncomfortable. And you really have to be alone for this. So, like, seriously, guys, I just cannot praise being single enough. And it's funny because at first, when I had broken up with my ex boyfriend, I was talking to a lot of guys. Like, I had a lot of people in my Snapchat, text. I would talk to them, not like all the time, because I've always been pretty bad at replying to people because I'm very focused on me. I talked to quite a few guys, like here and there, and I had a lot of people interested in me, and I just was not about dating. And this was before I started awakening. So in Arizona, then I started awakening, and I started realizing, okay, this is all such a distraction to talk to these people, and I have no desire to go on a date. Honestly, dates, I have like no interest. I've been asked on a lot of dates over the years, and I do not go. Because, first of all, the thought of sitting across from someone and having to talk to them sounds boring. I have no interest in hearing anything about you. That sounds rude, but for most people, I am only interested in talking to people who are going to provide of some sort of value to my path and my mission. And there are very few people that can do that. I don't mean to offend anyone, but it's true. So it's like the more I focused on me, the more you focus on you and bring your energy inward, the more you attract people. So I noticed that as I did that, so many people were coming up in my DMs and constantly trying to like hit me up, and it's crazy how that works. It's like everything is so energetic. Like it's just a push pull type of a thing. So I bring my energy in. Everyone's trying to get with me. I started not replying to any guys at all. Here and there, maybe like just same as girls, just to because I have guy friends too. I would reply here and there, but when someone is trying to romantically come after me, I like almost get annoyed. I'm like, get away from me. Like I do not have time for this. Like, and call that selfish, call that rude. I don't care. I don't waste my time talking to pointless people. I don't waste my time having pointless conversations. So now I'm at a point where I really don't reply to like anyone. There's some people I do reply to here and there, people that are on specific missions like me, people who are actually providing value to the conversation, but I'm not wasting my time and I'm not going to go on pointless dates with people. So recognize this, girls, that focusing on you is not only going to help you rise up, it's going to bring a bunch of people trying to come and get after you. And eventually, maybe one of them will be good. There have been some that have been decent, but that didn't mean that I was going to date them. Like, just because they present like they were someone I maybe would have considered in the past. I'm too focused on me right now. It's going to take a lot for me to have any desire to date someone. It's going to have to be someone who is going to provide value to my mission, someone who is going to unlock keys to me rising up into my power. And that is a very rare type of person. Okay. That is very rare. I will also not date someone who has not worked on themselves. I'm not going to date someone who is still stuck in their sacral chakra like most men on this planet. I'm not wasting my time with that. It's going to cause me more harm than good. I'm not going to waste my time with someone who has not tried to heal themselves from their past. Protect yourself. This goes for men too. Protect yourself from women who are not focused, from women who are not going within to step into who they are. This goes for both. Like, you have to really be careful with who you open connections up with, because it's going to change the course of your entire life. Every connection has that ability. That is why I stay to myself so much. And I really am not lonely. There's some times that I do feel a little bit lonely. It's when I'm in low points. But when I'm in my power, when I'm creating, when I'm doing all this stuff, I'm not. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and that requires being alone. Like I said, there's a rare type of person that might be able to support me and help me with the things that I'm doing. But most people are not capable of helping me with what I need. The type of person that is going to fuel this mission is someone who is in their heart, someone who is healed, someone who is focused. That is someone who will provide value to me, will help me be in my heart as well. Because when I'm in my heart, I'm in my highest timeline. And it's hard to always be in my heart when I'm constantly working. Like when I'm clinic full time, but when with my free time, I am grinding so many different things. So I haven't been in my heart as much. So maybe it would be nice for someone to help ground me into my heart, but I'm not going to take just anyone. And also, I just feel like a resistance to opening myself up to any type of connection like that, because one, maybe I'm scared that that person is going to throw me off my path. That person might present as being someone good, but end up being just like the other guys. I don't want to risk that when I'm so in such a good place right now, focused. And two, I just don't want anyone to take away time from my mission. So I'm very resistant to dating, and that's okay. So this is where I'm at. Some may view this as, oh, that's so weird. I don't care. You have to realize that in this world, do the opposite of the normal. That's what I found myself being guided to do in everything, and it has never led me astray. Don't be normal. Don't follow the crowd. Trust me, the crowd is not what you want to be following. The crowd is programmed. They're asleep. They're mindlessly doing what they're programmed to do. So focus on you, and you will attract the right person. Just don't go searching out there. Don't go out being desperate. So to anyone who is single, whether that's a man or a woman, I want you to realize this is a blessing. This is your chance to become the highest version of yourself. Then you will eventually attract the person who you are meant to be with. I do believe that we all do have a divine counterpart, someone who we have a very deep connection with that transcends the 3D reality. And this person is someone who is going to push you to be your highest self. I actually have come across this person. I think, anyways. This person transformed my life. We are not speaking very much, and that's the way I prefer, because this person triggers me. So trust God's plan for you. If you are lonely and single, trust God's plan. Focus on you. Okay? Trust me, become the best version of yourself. I heard someone do this exercise one time, and I want to recreate it. She said, imagine your perfect person. Imagine every detail about them. What do they do every day? What are their habits? And she said, get very specific. What do they look like? And then she said, imagine they come up to you. 1, do you feel worthy? Do you feel good enough? And if the answer is no, then go work on yourself until you do feel good enough. So hopefully you guys are at the point where you do feel good enough. Hopefully you guys have worked on yourself and you have done, which is sad that I don't think many people have. I'm just being honest. Because people are all focused on the wrong things. That is why I'm trying to raise awareness of this, because these 4 years of being single, I have gone like this. And I am feeling so amazing and so excited about everything. And so I want to help you guys get to this point and go within and become the person that you want to be. So work on yourself and trust God will bring the right person to you at the right time. Let go and trust God's plan for you. There's been times that God has really proven to me, wow, I can't even explain to you, things that I didn't really understand and that seemed bad at the time. Eventually, later, I was like, oh my God, thank you. I am so glad it didn't go that way. Because now, if it went the way I wanted it to go, my life would not be going in this certain direction. So just trust God. I love you all, and stay single. No, I'm kidding. Well, yeah, stay single for a little bit until you become who you want to be. And don't let society program you to think a bunch of bullshit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I love you guys. Have an amazing day.